everybody, welcome to Whiskey Mystery, all by myself. I'm Phil, and Deepa is still away in Singapore. And yes, it is the middle of the night for her, so no chance of Deepa showing up unless she wakes up and decides to log in, but that seems very unlikely. But it is our 4-year anniversary of making whiskey videos. The link to the first one's in the description. I know a lot of you have seen it before. Who's in, by the way? I saw Tim was in early, as he was just watching the video, right Tim? Donna Pass, Hixie, Bopeng, Lucas, P-Ted, Gerben, Bobby J. Oh, thanks Gerben. Congratulations to us. Yes. Whiskey 101 is in as well. Trains are. And to Sleeping Deepa. Yeah. So I thought it would be, look at this sad little celebration here. It's going to be a short one today, a little chat. I'm actually going over to friend, local whiskey friend. I'm going to hang out, have a few drams after. So 4 years ago, we did an original lineup of 24 whiskies. I thought it'd be fun to look at them again and talk about what we might still have, what we might have bought again, what we wouldn't buy again, and what about the price change in 4 years. So I've done a little bit of that as well. This was the original lineup. Here we go. Aberlour Abunna, Ardbeg 10, Ardbeg Ugedal. Now, while you're looking here, almost, of course, the prices have gone up. Obviously, prices have gone up. But one of these bottles, when I looked on Total Wine, the price was actually cheaper today than it was 4 years ago. Can you guess what it is? I can tell you, it's the one in this glass. So obviously we still have some left. But we have some left for a reason. Okay, back to the lineup. Where is it? So the lineup was, of course, Ardmore Legacy, one of the bottles that started us off. Auchentoshan 12, Balvenie Caribbean Cask, Benriach 10, Bowmore 18, Clynelish 14, Dalmore 12, Deanston 15 Organic. That one actually is still in the blind tasting 4 years later. It's still in the bottle waiting to be revealed. Glendronach 12, Glenfarclas 12, Glenfiddich 18, Glengoyne 15, Glenlivet 18, Highland Park Valkyrie, Kirkland, that's Costco, unnamed Space Cider, Lagavulin 16, Laphroaig Lore, Longmorn 16, that was the blue box version, Oban 14, Old Pulteney 12, and Talisker Distiller's Edition, which was a Amoroso cask back then. So, out of those, which ones do you think we have bought again, or at least have some left? Buying again obviously is a compliment. Having some left, not necessarily a compliment, unless it's in blind tasting. That's neutral for Deanston. And which ones have we definitely not bought again? There you go. Who has any of these on their shelf right now? It is funny, the Glenfiddich, Glenlivet, I can tell you, we never bought another one. We don't have either. We don't have a Glenmorangie either, which is another classic, isn't it, that most people have. Okay, let me look at the chat. Sugar Kitty, how you doing? Good to see you in. Dustin, what was going to guess Ardbeg 10, but that glass isn't Ardbeg 10. Correct. But that is a good guess because we have bought Ardbeg 10 again. Old Pulteney, now less ABV. Ah, P-Ted, yeah. I would have bought another Old Pulteney at 43%. Not so much at the 40%. Let's see. Sugar Kitty, Deanston 15 Organic is a good one. You need to open that. It's here somewhere. Sugar Kitty, we're waiting for it to come out. Of course, we tried it in the original one and we did like it. I did see a bottle of it not that long ago, a little dusty bottle. It was about $100. Let's see. Dustin, Clynelish 14 back then wasn't available here locally, so I can't comment. Ah. Clynelish is... Do we have some... I thought we had a little bit of Clynelish 14 left, but I think it has now gone. I couldn't find it. Let's see. Ardbeg 10. Lagavulin 16. Let the peat flow. Lucas. No. Don't have any Lag 16 left either. Oh. Let's see. Top Shelf Dustin. Ben got a good 15 plus bottles of those. Oh, which ones? I'm not sure what you're talking about. Oogie for sure. You know, Ugadal is the only one that we actually have a bottle. Other things we have as, you know, little bits left over. This is not Ugadal. This is a replacement Ugadal. And actually this is one from 2014, which I found at Save More Sam's. And I picked it up because it was an older bottling. And a very nice one it was too. So what's this? This is the one that got cheaper, remember? Cheaper today than 4 years ago. Slightly orangey sherry. Obviously it's got some colour to it. Not unpleasant arrival. Thin, watery. A bit heartless. Finish, kind of watery oak, little spicy. We have some left because we don't like it. And we won't be buying another one. Let's see. Whiskey 101. I have 14 of those on my shelf. Wow. Some have sat there for quite some time now. All part of the journey though. Wow, Whiskey 101. 14 of those originals. Yes, they can sit a bit, can't they, some of them? Let's see. Thanks, Sandro. Congratulations. Mike and I managed to just review 5 Campbelltown whiskies yesterday. We're going to have an epic December of reviews. Fantastic. Look forward to it. Top Shelf Whiskey. I'm sure everyone is subscribed. Donna Pass. Yeah, I wish I'd bought 6 of those old Pulteney 12s. Yeah, the 43% for $35. That's right. We'll get into some of the pricing in a minute. It's been a wonderful journey. Refined palates and a broad church of malts on the top shelf. Bishop Burnboy. It's true. You know, the pricing, even in today's prices, all 24 bottles can be bought for less than 1 Brora. Highland Park Valkyrie. Don't have any of that left. Lucky. I think Valkyrie was a bit more punchy though, wasn't it? This is low ABV. Uki goes up and down in price like the stock market. Yeah. It never makes any sense. You know, I think Lagavulin 16, especially recently, but that's always been a bottle that you can find it in Costco for $70 and then there's a corner store selling it for $120. Lagavulin 16 seems to be all over the place in price. Nose is not bad. Kind of plummy. Bit plummy now. You know, if it was the only whiskey in the world, it would still be worth drinking. It's not terrible. It's just not interesting. I have Abelard Abunna for the not so complimentary reason. Andrew Butler. I see. Can't quite get through it, even at that cask strength. Let's see. Are we missing any comments? Peter, it is not open in the glass. No. Could be though. To be fair, look, Oban is one of the survivors. But 35ml left of the Oban. Do we have any of the old Pulteney? No. So we have this little bit of Ardbeg 10, and that is a replacement bottle. There's 2 others down here. 2 others. One of them being in the glass. Talisker 10 went down recently for me. Oh, that's good. Good to know. Balvenie 14, none of that left either, Mark. Went through a lot of the Oogie in the last few months. Andreas, well done. Ohio had $20 off the original price. Couldn't resist. Ah, understood. One heck of a day. Top shelf. Oh, I see. Talking to Dustin about his 5 Springbank reviews. Donna Pass. My wife says I'm going to the church of Phil and Deepa on these Sunday Sunday live streams. Very good. You got any snow up there, Tim? No, it's dry, isn't it? It's all sunny at the moment, I think. Not the Dalmore. Bobby J. Bobby J. It is. That is the Dalmore 12. And we paid $71 for it. And apparently, Total Wine has it 71 with taxes. Total Wine has it at a lower price today than when we bought it back then. Just bought it for 90 today. Andreas, what was that? Was that your Ugadal? I've lost track. I've lost track of which one you were buying. So, the only other one that we have this much left of, Auchentoshan 12. Let's have a look at the prices. I made a little spreadsheet so we can have a look. Look, okay. In 2018, the bottles, well, okay, let me just, little disclaimer here. There are 3 bottles which don't have a current price. The Deanston Organic, because it was released only back then. Same with the Valkyrie and same with the Kirkland. But you can see that they cost 76, 82 and 63. So what's that? That's roughly about another $200 on top, isn't it? So if we go to the top, 2018, all of the bottles would have cost then about $1,800. Well, we'll just go with the ones with the prices, I think. Why don't we just do that? The ones that we have prices for, just under $1,600 back then. Today, $2,100. So it's a 33% increase. And the ones that have increased the most, Glenlivet 18, back then we bought it for $91 out the door with the taxes. And today it would cost $152 from Total Wine. That's a 67% increase. So Glenlivet 18 actually takes the Whiskyflation Award. Didn't really... Bishop Burnboy. Toshan heels, please. Yeah. Bopeng. You can sort of use this year's Kirkland 19 in place. Yeah, what does it cost this year? Bopeng. I was curious. I imagine that they're probably still selling it at a good price. Talisker Distillers Edition was 82, now 127, 154%. Now Glendronach, we actually bought it cheap back then because I think we actually picked one up at, where did we pick it up from? I think we picked it up from Costco. I know Costco was selling Glendronach 12 for $36 plus tax, so 40. So maybe that's a little bit of an unfair one. But anyway, it was 40 for us back then. 61 now. Highland Park 18. I put this in just as a reference point. It wasn't in the original 24, but because we didn't have Valkyrie, I should have done the same with Deanston 12 or something, but anyway, I didn't. But we did buy a Highland Park 18 back then. 131. Now almost $200 here. Another 51% increase. Oban also pretty big increases. Aberlour 42% up. Glenfarclas 38% higher. Balvenie 38%. Clynelish 37%. Longmorn 16. I guess it's a different version now. Maybe not. So now we're into the sort of 30% ups. Now Old Pulteney is up 30%, but the ABV's down. I didn't even include that in the calculation. Even Ardmore Legacy is up about 30%. And Auchentoshan. Glengoyne 15. Ugadal. I can still get that, apparently, for $80 here at Total Wine. Lagavulin 16 at 90 if you can find it. So it's a little weird, that pricing. Laphroaig Lore. Not too bad an increase, is it? Bowmore 18. Okay, Bowmore 18, the confession there, which you've heard before, is we actually got it at Costco with a bunch of other things. And when I got home, I realized They hadn't charged us for it. So infinitely inflation. Ardbeg 10, still holding very well. Not really a big increase, pretty fair. Ben Riach, the same. But the Dalmore, is this a reflection on what people think of it? The fact that Dalmore has gone down in price. Let's have another taste. Would I pay 63? What is it now? 66 for it? Oh. That finish, not so good. Okay, let's nope, not that one. Let's finish off the spreadsheet. Okay, let's see, what are people saying? Oban 14 for $70 at Costco. Oh, very good. Hang on. What was my price for Oban? 94. So $70 at Costco plus tax. Let's say 77 over here. So there you go. Oban then is actually down in the lower rankings, really, isn't it? At that price. Very good. Little chart just to sort of show the differences. Because who doesn't like a good little chart? There you go. Let's see. Got a bunch of the Glendronach 12 from Costco years ago when it was at 37. Oh, yeah, same time then, Tim. Yeah, very good. I picked up Glenlivet 18 as it used to be €45. Wow. Whisky 101. And actually 43%. Now it's close to €80 and they lowered it to 40. That is a huge increase, isn't it? Bopeng. 68.99, but weaker sherry character. Is that the Oban? Pricing is so different across the country, Bobby J. It is. It's, especially with the Lagavulin 16, apparently. Shows very sadly distillers have been quite greedy, Bishop Burnboy, compared to average inflation. Well, you say that. I mean, average inflation for the last 2 years has been pretty bad. But you're right. You know, if you go back 4 years, inflation was really probably only at sort of 3%, wasn't it? 3%, 4, 5, and it's only more recently that it's been more like 15, to be honest. So they're probably not that far off, but it was probably more the fact that prices have raised because of demand. So in the sense that whiskey being produced is somewhat limited in that the supply is always set from years ago, isn't it? What goes into the cask. But as the demand rocketed with, you know, pandemic, lockdown shopping that we were all guilty of, the demand shot up in a way that prices could justify going up just as a pure supply and demand thing. Wow, the colour of that. Right, I'm going to try Auchentoshan 12. 40% also, just to see. Is it better than the Dalmore? By the way, the results back then, let's see, the results were something here. First place, we had Talisker Distillers Edition. We actually had the Glendronach in second, Bowmore 18 in third, Lagavulin 16 in fourth. Wow, we liked the Glengoyne back then as well. Fifth place, the Kirkland made it to 6. And the rest are a little hard to see back there. But I know that Auchentoshan was in last place. We did not get on with Auchentoshan at all. And many still don't, do we? We don't talk about Auchentoshan very much. Although I do like that Valence. Wow, I must admit, I just caught that Auchentoshan nose. And it did take me in the direction of Dathmill. Or maybe I should say the other way around. Dathmill is like Auchentoshan. It's rose petals and pear drops. Actually got quite a bit more appreciation for that now. suffers the same problem as the Dalmore, though. The initial arrival is actually quite nice. I like it. A bit Turkish delight. But then thin, watery middle, and a kind of, you know, underwhelming, watery, oaky, spicy finish. Not bad though. Surprised. I'm surprised by that. I would definitely take it over the Dalmore today. The Auchentoshan. I do want to try the Oban. Stepping up. 43% now. Oban 14. I would expect it to be better. More enjoyable. I think we called this one Herbal Shampoo at one point, that it had that kind of note. Okay, let's see what people are chatting about. A few months ago, a lot of the good value integrity bottles jumped way up in price from where they have been for several years. Tim, you're probably right. Is your percentage column right? Are you saying it's not right? Is the percentage column right? It is. Here you go. You can check my calculation. This one divided by that one. I guess we could. You could take off one. You want a -1 in there, just to show the increase. So it's a 67% increase. Is that better? There we go. Is that what you were thinking? Have to get Dustin over for some spreadsheet action. Next year, you'll get a refund when buying Dalmore. Be dead. That's funny. Okay. Corporate meetings fodder. Death by PowerPoint. You don't like a spreadsheet, Sugar Kitty? Spreadsheets are the best things ever. If Dalmore serves as an example, we should all stop buying anything until prices come down. Just an idea. Not a bad idea, Sandra. Quite neutral, the Oban. What am I getting there? Let me compare. So you prefer the nose and the Auchentoshan now. Rose pear drops. Slightly minty herbs. Sort of a mint tea. Tiny bit of wine gums. I still can have Highland Park 18 for 148 in Boston. Not bad, Lucky. Is it old stock? That's the question. Yeah, it's the Kirkland that's 70. Not bad, that Kirkland then. Like 16 is now sitting at 95 euros in my local stores. That is a price I'm only, lost it, willing to pay if it's a buy one, get one free. Yeah, Whiskey 101. I know what you mean. Now, more whiskey is being made than ever before. However, now there is an oak shortage looming. We want freedom. There might be more whiskey, but are there more buyers? Or is it the glass lock, as Roy talks about? Is it just that we have all the bottles stashed? That's the problem. We're the problem. Anyone buying whiskey is the problem. I have a few Auchentoshans and just never get anything exciting from them. Whiskey 101. They're sitting in my giveaway to anyone drawer. Have you had the Cask Strength Valanche? I like it. Okay, Oban 14. Oh, herbal shampoo in a way that it's a bit soapy. Did not like that at all. No. Now, of course, it has been sitting here for a long time. No. Hang on. Donna Pass, remember those caps that had perfume in? Well, it can't be one of these. I'm suspicious this one might have been contaminated, because that just doesn't taste right. I will take that back. Strike that from the record, just in case, because that did have a taste of that contaminated perfume cap. Trains are a bottle that he finished, never to buy again, that Auchentoshan 12. Oh, it put quite a damper of wanting to buy the other expressions. I must admit, we bought the 21. I did not like it at all. I prefer the 12. Understandable. Bishop Burnboy. Best Auchentoshans I've had have been sherried single cask at cask strength. There you go. Andreas. Yes. Okay, fine. Hey, Carlos. All right, let's try something which we probably all are more familiar with and agree on. Well, you're probably familiar with these. Ardbeg 10. 46%. It's still the one I use as the classic smoky whiskey. Bacon by comparison. Okay, let's pour a bit of oogie. Let's do a comparison to round this up. Round up today's show. Of course, oogie is, what, 54%? On the nose, though. Funny how that sherry can hide some of the peat. Seems much more peated, the 10. Donna Pass. Hope that isn't one of those bad caps. It could be. That's what I was thinking. It could be. Yeah. Oh, one of the bad caps was the old Ben Nevis sherry cask. The worst bad cap incident was Springbank 25. Killed a sample. This, if you don't know, I'd bought a bunch of bottles and the caps, I can only presume, had been used by someone for perfume bottles and returned, and then the company shipped them to me as new. And so I think it cost about, it ruined about $1,000 worth of whiskey samples that I sent out to people. And I replaced. Maple bacon donut. Yeah. I think I'm getting that with the Ugadal. Now, I'm more similar now. Colila as the bacony classic Isla. They can all have it. I've had bacon out of the Port Charlotte as well. Yeah, it's just a richer version. Okay, Ardbeg 10. Oh, yeah. Oh, there's that lemony malt. Lovely peat. Quite simple. Perfectly balanced between the two, though. No surprises or disappointments. Just a solid delivery throughout. What did we pay for that one back then? 2018. $51 out the door. And what is it today? Oh, of course, we're not in order anymore, are we? Where is it? Ugadal 10 is, I can still get it for 57. That's worth it. Ugadal, 56%. Here we go. Oh yeah, it's good. Oh, it's just such a fuller, richer version. What's the age on Ugadal? Does anyone know? Now, we paid 96 for this one. It was in a bit of a dusty corner shop. And it was an interesting bottle. But Ugadal is what... I can get a modern, up-to-date Ugadal in the $80 range. That's a good bottle for $80 as well. That's an even better bottle for 50. I still prefer the Uigeadail, but value-wise, that Ardbeg 10, it's hard to beat, isn't it? Okay, last comments before I run away. Happy anniversary, Deepa, if you watch the replay. Trains are, I just reviewed the Oban 14 and Glenfarclas 21 last night. I didn't get soapy note from it. I have to agree. I think, yeah, that Oban is something wrong with that one. Trains are, I never read my previous reviews for a bottle, but I always surprise myself by how similar the, the descriptions are, even when I pull out an unusual note like seaweed. Very good. That's how it should be, right? Bopeng is saying, wonder if that's due to the aldehyde sensitivity. Phil, do you know cilantro soapy as well? Oh no, I don't have the cilantro soapy problem. This is a this is a perfume in the caps problem. Uigeadail is 54.2. Yeah, right. And it's about 8 years old. Tastes about 8 years old, that would make sense. Yeah, but not worth the money for a whole bottle, Lucas is saying. At $80, what would you spend it on instead? Bruichladdich Isla Barley would be cheaper, wouldn't it? Probably not much point in looking at the shelf. $80. What would you rather buy for $80? Anyone? What would you have instead of Uigeadail? Sandro, best wishes to Deepa and her family. Ah, thanks, Sandro. Old Farm Show. Hello, all. We're just about to leave. Welcome aboard. Oban 14 versus Little Bay, Andreas. I've never had Little Bay. Sugar Kitty, you're saying words I don't know. Saponification. It's a great word. I have no idea what it is. Oh, Victoriana. There's a good candidate. Victoriana instead of Uigeadail. I could go with that, I think. About a year ago, I bought Corryvreckan for around 80. I noticed it has gone way up. Yeah, Corrie was always more expensive, wasn't it? Like Uigeadail, but with some wine casks, right? I think. Bopeng. PX Cartius at Costco was just under 80 last year, and just a better version of Oogie. Fair enough. Clynelish 14, presumably, or a good Kilhoman. That's fair, Sugar Kitty. I would go Clynelish 14 as well. And that would be under the price of Uigeadail. Still, just about. Kilkerran 12 is cheaper. Not anymore for us. But I can have 2 Arran 10s for that price. That's true. Arran 10. Arran 10's quite a bit simpler than an Uigeadail. Better? Yeah, it could be. Kilkerran 12's $100 here. So that would be significantly higher. Time for dram. Gregor. Okay, I'm here. We can start. What did I miss? You missed everything, Gregor. I'm just about to go. We were doing a little flashback over the first 24 whiskies. What would you rather have, Gregor, instead of Ardbeg Uigeadail? That'll be almost anything for you. On the peat front, I think. But maybe. Let's see. Saponification. Soapy because the whiskey was bottled too fast. Oh, that's a thing. Didn't know that. Bottled too fast as in the speed it was filled into the bottle, or that it didn't vat together for long enough. Top Shelf Dustin. Okay, question for the chat. Has Victoriana got better over the years. Mike and I reviewed the 2015 bottle. Like it, but don't love it. Yeah, because I only know that of there being two versions, because there was an earlier version with a higher ABV, I think. Well, one was 54 something, one was 51 something, I think. I can't remember which one came first. Maybe there's more than two. That's the only two that I know of. I liked Victoriana a lot at the beginning, and the more the bottle went down, the less I liked it. It seemed to get simpler and simpler, and we kind of went off it over time, which was a surprise. Instead of Oogie, I would go Kilchoman Snaig, 58 euros here, or the Lochgorm, 70 euros, Whiskey 101. Fair enough. There's a good alternatives. Time for dram. Happy 4th, Phil and Deepa. Thanks. Whiskey Tube is a richer place with you in it. We need Deepa back, don't we, though? Soon. Early December. Donna Pass Ugadal, 25% plus Bunna 12 blended. Oh, right. Nice. Well, Bunna 12 by itself would be a good alternative for Oogie, wouldn't it? That's a good competing bottle. Put it away for a month to marry. It's an outstanding blend. That does sound like it would be good. Yeah. Because the peat would still be super strong. 25% Oogie. Yeah. Glencadam 15. Apparently, in our original lineup, we certainly picked it above. Green Label. Yes. Green Label could definitely be a contender. Lag 16 in Australia is 170, Hixie. No. Well, I've got to compare it to other things, though, down there. It can be expensive. Vat to bottle too fast. Not how long it was in the vat. So you're talking about a physical process of it going down the pipes too fast. I've not heard of that, so that's why I'm confused. Not confused. That's why I'm unsure. But it sounds like that's what you're saying. Literally forcing it down the pipes, I think, is what you're saying. Donna Pass. Aaron 10 is up to 70 here. Ooh. Stocked up at the Whiskey World on my last order. $53. Very good. All right, Dustin, what are you saying? The 2015 bottling was 51.5. Okay. But it's not a bottle I want a second pour of ever. Ah. Fair enough. File that under anyone can have it when they come into the house. Yeah. Bobby J. I only have the first release. Personally, really enjoy it, but it's my only Glen Scotia in the cabinet. Fair enough, Bobby. Really didn't connect with my Victoriana bottle. Not bad, just didn't get the wow. That's funny. We all seem to be saying the same thing here. Although I did like it at first. I remember it being high up on the shelf at one point, and then it sort of drifted down and got pushed off. We don't have any left. I would go independent, bourbon matured cask strength peathead. Of course. That is the best answer. Yes. I think Aaron 10 is slipping as they seem to be getting darker. Ooh. Anok Raskan for the Oogie replacement. I have not tried that. Just we have the 24 still hanging out on the shelf. Andrew Butler. I think saponification happens when they add the proofing water too fast. Ah, got it. That makes sense. Or at least that gives me something more to think about. Right. Love peated Anok. Donna Pass. Right. I like the Victoria each time I have it, but I never want to pour me a second that day. Oh, I see. Got it. I would say Ugadal would be like that for me as well, though. Was that the Oogie? It's a little harsh on the edges, on the finish, maybe because of the age. Right. Port Charlotte, hands down, from Andreas. It's funny how much we liked the Bruichladdich Isla barley, but we didn't ever like the Port Charlotte Isla barley as much as the unpeated version. So I haven't been the biggest fan of Port Charlottes for whatever reason. Jason, evening. And, sorry Jason, just about to go. But thanks for coming in. Catch you on the replay. Thanks everyone for watching for the last 4 years. We'll get deeper back, hopefully, in 3 weeks. Still 3 weeks. And then we'll blast through the bottles and see. We'll do a lot over Christmas. Maybe we'll do every day. You know, how many days of Christmas? We could get through the whole lot. What do you say? Otherwise, happy Thanksgiving coming up to everyone. And we will see you, or I will see you, next Sunday, no doubt. Any last questions? But I like Ardbeg 10 more still, Lucas. And I think with that, I will finish on the Ardbeg 10. Right. Thanks again. Cheers, everyone. See you next week.